I've always loved cooking from a young age. My parents taught me as a way of developing self-sufficiency and pride in my Chinese heritage. As I've gotten older, I cook more as a self-care ritual and a way of showing my affection for friends and my partner. My friends and I have been transitioning into a period of our lives where we are starting our careers out of college and settling into more permanent residences. And therefore, we have more time and money to commit to cooking for fun. This shift has led to really interesting conversations, particularly surrounding the divide between affordable and investment cookware and the sacrifice of durability within the former. You have the Teflon-coated aluminum pans that often only really last up to 5 years if you haven't scratched it up with a metal utensil already, versus the beautiful Le Creuset and the Staub, which last generations. There's a new wave of millennial design cookware, but they focus much more on the aesthetics and the colorways more than the life cycle and the use of the products. To throw a contender into the ring, I've dedicated the past 4 months to creating a cooking vessel that is multifunctional, doesn't break the bank, develops character over time, and is sustainable through its production, use, and end-of-life cycles. The key to this is terracotta. I discovered flameware when I got this very cool takeout container from Clay Pot NYC. Through cooking with this every day for the past year, I've been able to really test the limits of the clay body and perfect my routine cooking in it. The porous clay makes it possible to put the vessel onto direct heat and into an oven, and adds a gentle nuttiness to the food inside. For my user research, I had people cook in these pots with minimal context in order to understand what the benefits and drawbacks were. One thing that stood out was handle design. The ability to grab handles while the body is hot, or to lift a lid with the towel or pot holder was important. However, any appendages had to be shaped in a way that could accommodate for minimal cupboard or stovetop space and be easy to take in and out of an oven. With this in mind, I researched various cookware used in East Asian cuisines, including woks, donabes, and gamisots. The volume and forms enable a much broader spectrum of cooking, from stir-frying and steaming to baking and smoking. After making origami models to test out the angles and proportions of the parts, I started working in clay. This allowed me to figure out handles and produce prototypes that would be both visually pleasing and functional. I wanted to create packaging that the user would want to keep after unboxing. It would be wonderful to work with Aplat, which is a company that produces carriers for cookware, to develop a bag that would be made from dead stock canvas and recycled felt. The square silhouette is efficient as minimal fabric is wasted, and it can be folded into a hot mitt or trivet. The fired models had individual benefits and drawbacks, which I took into consideration for the final version. To ensure longevity, the pots can be seasoned by boiling off leftover starch, which fills any cracks that may develop during the cooking process. In the case that the pot does break, the fragments do not have the same concern of leaching that other cookware materials may pose, and could be recycled into construction or gardening aggregate. Hestia is designed to accommodate 1 or 2 servings, whether you're cooking for yourself and keeping the leftovers, or making a meal for someone you care about. The angles and handle capture heat, allowing the contents to come to a boil faster and additionally cool down enough to handle it straight off the stove. I look forward to continuing this project in the future and developing inserts and accessories that can expand the functionality further. Thanks for watching.
This is probably so hard boiled.